Guys will be guys. But written by a lady this episode.
What does this
Uh
title mean? Can you tell me?
well, it's a guys will be guys. That's a thing people say, right?
Right, but why are they both spelled like that?
Because it's disguise. It's disguised as something. All
But
right.
why is
Not
it
only
both like that? I feel like only one would
disguise
be
will be
good.
disguise. What are you gonna say? Disguise will be guys?
No, guys will be disguise.
Guys will be guys?
But this is disguise will be disguise. How's that even
Yeah.
better?
I think it's okay. It doesn't bother me.
All right. Doesn't bother
But
me, I guess.
yeah. I written by Jane Espenson. How about that? She's pitching in on an Angel episode. She's not on the staff, but she liked the show. She watched it. She worked on Buffy. Decided to pitch in an Angel
She
episode.
did a good one.
Good for Janie. Um, that's what I call her.
Janie's
We're
got a
friends.
script.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right. He's back, gang.
I never
Um
left.
so last we saw her, she had written that Buffy episode, the replacement. All right, the Xander double episode.
Yeah, I love that
And
one.
yeah, this is her second and final episode of Angel.
Okay.
You'll recall that in the first season she pitched in Room with a View, the
Right.
first appearance of Phantom Dennis, a great episode. And now Guys Will Be Guys, two bangers as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
And but she's a Buffy lifer.
Can
So
I say
she's
something?
what?
Angel is a good show.
I know.
Yeah, there are a lot of good episodes of Angel. Like even my
Yeah.
second or like third bottom episode is good. I have you brought up Room with a View, and in my head I was like, oh yeah, that's good. I have that 23 out of 28 episodes.
The knock on Angel,
Angel's good.
people have a hard time getting into it, which I understand because
Hmm.
the first season is kind of directionless. It has a lot of good individual episodes and things setting things up, but for the most part, it's a lot of just like entertaining episodes with no real center to them. Now we're past that point. Now the show's just great.
I mean, I kind of agree with that, but I mean, we still don't know what Cordelia's bigger thing is or what even Wesley's bigger thing is. Like I know they're helping here, but
Yeah.
what's their goal really?
Listen, that's all.
I know, I assume it will. It's a TV show. We got to at some point.
I
But
think
like
I think we do a lot with Wesley's character in this episode.
I guess so, but even still, he's just gonna go back after this episode to being like, is he gonna be like, then are they gonna be like one and two, like 1A,
I
1B, Angel Wesley?
No, but I do think after this episode, the other characters trust Wesley more doing things on his own.
Yeah, we really, I guess in that sense, but like nobody has like any side things going on. I guess is what
No,
more what
no,
I
no, no,
mean.
no.
Yeah,
I'm
Cordelia has acting, but we've seen that once in 20 episodes.
yeah, yeah. I mean, not more than once. We saw her. We
Twice.
just we no, we saw her a few times last season. She was doing a play. She was
I was just
auditioning.
thinking about the premiere. Yeah,
Yeah, right. There was that, and then this season started with her at that commercial,
that's
and
what I meant this premiere this season. That one.
oh yeah, yeah,
That's the only
yeah.
one I could think of from the last, like from this time last
We
season.
saw it way more in the first season, but I think now after what happened with her in the season one finale to Shanshu in LA, with her like getting injected, like being able to see everyone in Los Angeles's pain, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I do think that now her mission is more closely aligned with Angels and that this is the focus.
I know. I'm not saying she should go back to that, but that's really like the only thing she's had aside from this is more what I mean.
Well, divisions.
But that's just the thing it means to be in this crew.
All right, well, the show's about the crew, bro.
I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. But it's still a little directionless, kind of.
Uh, to me, the direction is Wolfram and Hart, Darla, like
Like the
that
structure of the
all.
show.
Yeah, yeah. That's where the structure is right now.
Yeah, I guess so. So,
Mhm.
uh, so who is that? It Jane.
Director, right? Our director is someone I wasn't really familiar with. It's a Krishna Rao.
Oh, I know
Okay.
Krishna Rao.
Do you?
No, that would have been crazy though, right?
That would have been insane. Um, he's mostly done work in his career as a camera operator and a cinematographer, okay? And like an
Hmm.
assistant director. He's like real behind the scenes. I actually read that he was one of the camera operators on the original Halloween. He got
Wow.
he got to start working with John Carpenter. Like he's a camera operator on The Fog and some of his early stuff.
That is
Um,
fucking really cool.
yeah, yeah. And then he was doing cinematographer work for television. He's done very little directing. Okay, very little. He only has 10 credits on his entire IMDb. They're all TV credits. This episode of Angel is his only appearance in the Buffyverse.
Well,
Although he did direct 3 episodes of Dawson's Creek, but they're not even good episodes.
yeah. I'm
One of
really
them's good.
sorry
One
because
one of them's good. Sorry.
we just had like a big talk about how I don't listen to you a lot. But a lot of that time when you were talking, I was just thinking about all the cool shots in Halloween that this guy might have done. I have to be honest.
Well, you know what's odd yeah, when I first read that, I was like, wow, I wonder if this guy ever played Michael Myers. Like if there are any shots of like POV
I
Mike
don't think anyone
Myers.
else was. Oh, him.
That's what I mean. Like there's
Oh my
shots in that
God.
Halloween of POV Michael Myers, and this
Yeah,
dude was a camera
he was in
operator.
his POV. Holy
Yeah.
shit. I didn't even think about that. That's amazing too. He
Yeah.
was his eyes. That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Wonder if he
We
felt
saw
like he had to like take a break after that, after being in Michael Myers' eyes for so long. He was like, I gotta sit down. Oh my God, I feel like I might kill somebody.
we met two Michael Myerses this week. The director of this episode of Angel and Chris Benoit's dead wife's bodyguard on Starcade 1989.
Yeah. Oh my God. Who was that again?
Do you remember it was Tyler Main who
Oh,
played
Tyler Mane.
Sabretooth and shit?
Tyler Mane, yes.
N-
Oh my God.
what was his name though? Necron or something?
No, it was like yeah, it was like Voltron or something like that. It was like he was a transformer.
He really was, yeah.
I mean, I could
Yeah.
find it if you
Yeah,
want
no,
me to.
I have my notes right here. I have it. It's Nitron.
Yeah, Nitron.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Okay. Let's hear your notes on this Angel episode.
Okay. So Wesley is in the office all by himself, right? And this guy shows up looking for Angel, but
Yeah.
Wesley scares him off with his clumsiness.
It's a lot of physical comedy in the scene.
Yeah, he's the king of physical comedy, I think.
He is not like Jim Carrey. It's
No,
Alexis Denisof.
yeah, I think so.
Okay, wow.
No, probably not. But I mean, he can't do the faces Carrie can do, but he's really good, I think, at physical
He's good
comedy.
at he could do a pratfall like nobody's
Oh
business.
yeah, for sure. He's really great. And when he pulled the cabinet out,
Yeah,
like
that
he
was
pulled it
good
really
too.
hard and like flung himself over. That was good. But all right, so then we go. There's like that guy, but he's looking for Angel, but Wesley, he like sees Wesley and he's like, I gotta get it. This guy's useless, so he leaves. And what? So that we set up that Angel is about to go to Darla, but then we don't touch on that the rest of the episode. That's just like a fun little opening thing.
Yeah. Oh, right, right. He's trying to break into Wolfram and Hart, but then they convince him not to do that because it's a terrible idea. And yeah, yeah. I think that's just pushing the narrative that he's still obsessing over Darla.
Yeah, but we're not doing that this episode. Get it out of your head,
No,
guys. We're not doing it.
no, but next week's episode is called Darla, so we're probably doing it next week.
Yeah, I wonder what that one's gonna be about.
Yeah.
Is that the first time that's happened where an episode's been just a character? Or maybe
Well,
not just a character.
There was a Buffy episode called Angel. I think that's what they're doing.
Oh my God. Is it the same
Yeah.
number episode? It might be.
Logan, it is.
Yeah.
Well,
Genius.
it's
Ah,
season 2, episode 7 instead of season 1, episode 7.
you're right. You're right. But it's Darla's first season. Darla's season one
I
over here.
guess.
I love that, honestly. That's great. That's great. Uh, so we go to the karaoke place. Angel's going for some advice.
Yeah, Caritas.
See, is he there asking about Darla or what?
Uh yeah, I think he's just like like I don't know what to do at this point and so the host gives him
Lauren. I
advice.
know his
Yeah,
name.
all right, I forgot if you know his name.
Yeah.
Lauren gives him advice to go see the Swami in Ojai.
Tish Magev.
The Tish Magev, yeah.
Yeah. I love this part where Angel's like, oh, all right, guys, I don't have to sing, luckily. And Cordelia's like, oh, thank God. He's like, what do you mean, oh, thank God? I'm a great singer. He like gets all pissed off at her. That was really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And they tell Gunn all about it. Gunn's there. They're like, Gunn, this is like the karaoke place that you sing. And so maybe Gunn's gonna come looking for advice at one time.
No, we spend a lot of time in this karaoke, but I'm pretty sure you see everybody sing at some point.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. He's
Yeah,
the only one we've seen that we haven't seen Wesley or Cordelia do it yet, have we?
not yet.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait. And so he gets to the Swami, his house, Tish Magev, and we don't know yet, but it's not the right guy. This guy killed that
No.
guy and replaced him.
Yeah, with Art LaFleur.
Is he famous?
Yeah, this actor who plays the fake Swami. Like I know him from a lot of shit. We've covered him on the franchise twice.
Twice,
Um,
okay.
yeah, he played the Tooth Fairy, not in Manhunter, unfortunately, but in the Santa Claus 2 and 3.
Wow.
All right. He also played, I don't remember who he played, to be honest, but he had a big role in Ace Ventura Jr.
Yeah, I've never seen either of those.
Okay. But I'll always remember him from my childhood because he plays Babe Ruth in The Sandlot. And
Really? The Great
yeah,
Bambino?
yeah, he's the Babe in The Sandlot. And I was obsessed with that movie. And he really had an air of like magic in that.
Yeah,
So
no, I
like
know exactly what you're saying.
yeah, anytime I see that doing anything, I'm just like, holy shit, Babe Ruth.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'm gonna do that when I
Yeah.
watch this again. And but he's there. He gives him some great wisdom about how like you wear the cool you can't even see your reflection, so wearing that cool jacket is just to look cool. And also
It
you don't have a body temperature, so you don't get cold. That's just like an image. You're trying to be
yeah,
cool
it's about the look.
in
Yeah.
the
It
car.
it's so much great dialogue about Angel. You can tell like Jane Espenson has put a lot of thought into this character. And I mean, this is her last episode of Angel. It's almost like her last say on this character.
Yeah, she honestly does a great job. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that this was a one-time writer for the show. Or
Well,
is this her second
I mean,
episode?
it's her second episode, but she's written for Buffy since season
I
3.
know.
So I'm saying she has experience writing for Angel, Cordelia, and Wesley.
Yeah, she really gets into it here. I love this line too, where he says, like he's talking about how he doesn't have a reflection, but Tish Magev says you're reflected in the people around you. I thought that was nice,
Yeah.
and he is because
Yeah.
he's made all these people like Cordelia was like a mean girl before Angel. Now she's like real hero.
I mean, think about Faith.
Of course, Faith. I think about
Yeah.
Faith every day. Yeah. So Cordelia, she's like hanging out, and then she gets taken, but then Wesley steps in. He's like, "No, you're not gonna take her, because I'm Angel."
Right. They were gonna take her to like lure Angel to them. So he just pretends to be Angel in that moment.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
Amazing moment. I feel like it's a cool shot too. It's like from underneath him a little bit, like steps in. He's like, "I'm Angel."
And they use the score. It's the
Oh
same
wow.
score from the pilot episode of Angel when Angel like steps into the alley with the billowing coat and like beats up Sawyer from Lost. It's the exact same score from that.
That's the first episode of Angel.
Yeah.
Is it the first episode of Buffy where he says, "Good luck"? Is that the first episode of Buffy?
It's the second part of the 2 hour premiere, The
Uh,
Harvest. So
all
yeah.
right. Uh, so that's what happens
Good
there.
luck.
Wesley gets taken to some place, and I thought Wesley actually the little gasp that he lets out. Remember, he walks in the door and they're like, "You can come in," and he like steps
Yes.
out. I thought he was way too loud.
Oh, maybe the gasp, but
He's like, "What?"
the backwards move he makes is great.
Oh, it's incredible, and it's like perfectly timed with the guy turning. Like he like that actor is great too. I don't know how he timed
Yeah.
it so like I was paying attention to it, and he's not like slowing down in any way, or it's
Well,
not like where you're like, "Oh, he
that's what
saw
you
him."
this is what you get when you hire the second camera operator from Halloween to be your director. All right, he's gonna bring it. Um,
Or that actor, or whoever that actor was.
yeah, whoever. Um, he also has a great moment like that in the scene in Virginia's bedroom later, where he sees himself in the mirror.
Yes. Yes, love
Yeah.
that part. And a great cover up, I think, there too. I'm not talking
Yeah.
about the blanket they put on the thing. I'm talking about
Yeah.
his little excuse he uses.
Alexis Denisov is the MVP of this episode. I think it's not close. I think he's great in it.
I agree. I agree with that.
Mm.
And so I like the part where they give him blood, and he's like, "Oh, I don't drink in front of people."
Oh my God, yeah, and he has to drink it, which is crazy. He becomes the I mean, Angel obviously drinks blood, but we just saw Cordelia drink blood back in that episode where she was like mystically pregnant, expecting in season
Right.
one. And now Wesley's drinking. Everyone's getting in on the blood game.
Yeah, I think I've never wanted to have a mouth more than when I watched this part. I really thought about him chugging, like he drank a lot of it pretty fast. And I
Yeah.
thought about if I did that, like how it would just be like iron in your mouth, you know?
Yeah, I'd be into it because as you
No
know,
way.
I think blood is delicious. It used to be the sign off of this very show.
But come on, come on. That would be horrible.
I
Horrible. I
think
feel
I'd
like
be
they've done that
into
on
it.
the challenge. They've been like, drink a bunch of blood.
Well, they did it on Survivor. Remember they cut it out of a cow in Survivor
What?
Africa.
Oh my
Don't you remember they
God.
like puncture a cow's side and it starts like spurting blood into a glass? And that was like a challenge. Like the
No.
tribes, yeah, the tribesmen like poured blood for them
They just killed like
from directly at, they didn't kill it.
it was
They
just
just,
gonna bleed out.
yeah, well, I think they bandaged it up afterwards. But
What the
like,
fuck? That's the
yeah,
craziest thing I've ever heard. What
I
episode is
know
this?
it's, I don't know. It's like in the
Like, is it
middle.
early or late?
They're definitely still in tribes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holy shit. A lot of crazy stuff happens in Survivor. Oh, that's Survivor
This
Africa.
might be like post swap pre merge.
Oh my God. No, I don't. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I
They yeah,
feel like they punctured me in the side
they
right now.
punctured a cow, just
Oh,
poured the blood directly into a glass, and then like made the tribes like it was whoever drinks it fastest.
oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. So Wesley would have won that challenge, I think.
Yeah, he would have.
There are two guys here. There's this guy, Paul Lanier, and Magnus Bryce. Paul
Yeah.
Lanier is like the bad guy, and Magnus Bryce is her dad who
Right. I
protects you.
mean, he's also a fucking bad guy. Yeah.
Is he
Magnus
actually
Bright.
though?
Well, he was willing to
Oh yeah, I guess he was
sacrifice
gonna.
his daughter to a demon, so I would say yes.
I guess so.
And yeah, so he's Virginia's dad. Lanier, that guy is like his business rival.
Yeah, but here they're trying to like have a real sit down. Let's figure things out before we try to kill each
Right,
other.
exactly.
That's actually kind of interesting.
Mm.
And so we have this meeting. We like ask Wesley for help. He agrees, and so he meets the daughter Virginia. Right? Is her name
Yeah.
Virginia only because it's like virgin had in the name?
Oh
And it's
my
like a big deal where
God.
she's not a
It
virgin
has
anymore.
never occurred to me in my life, and I hope that's not the case.
I feel like it is. It's such a weird
Ugh.
name. But so here's Virginia. What do you think about
Virginia.
Virginia?
I like Virginia as both as a character and an actress. I think Bridget Branna, who plays her, is good. I still see her pop up in things, and every time I'm like, oh shit, it's Virginia.
I've never
Um,
seen her before.
yeah, she was in. Remember I told you about that Marvel show Runaways
Yeah, I've
that
heard of that.
James Marsters was in?
Hmm.
She's also in that. She plays like one of the evil parents on that show. Um, but she's like popped up in a lot of shit. Like mostly guest star, I guess. But look, I see she was a regular the whole run of Army Wives. You remember that show?
No.
That was a thing, man. Like that was like right after Desperate Housewives premiered. Lifetime put on this show called Army Wives, and it was just basically like we can do that.
Basketball Wives was the thing too.
That's another one, yes. But yeah, Army Wives was like she was one of the Army Wives, like one of the main
Okay.
characters. Yeah.
All
It
right.
was like her
What about Army
and
Husbands? That should be a
Catherine
thing.
Bell from Jag. Remember Catherine Bell from Jag?
No, why would I know
That's
who that
before your
is?
time?
I have no
Okay.
idea.
Never mind.
No. So she wants to go shopping, right? We brought up the great moment with the mirror. He covers up the mirror, and she wants to go
Yeah.
shopping. By the way, you know what their ship name would be?
Tell me.
West Virginia.
How about this? What about this? Her name's Virginia Bryce. Um,
Wesley
Wesley
Wyndham
Wyndham
Bryce.
Bryce. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
I guess
good,
so.
huh?
You like mine? West Virginia? Come on, you can't get better than that.
West Virginia. That is good. I'm sorry. I wasn't listening to you there because I was coming up with my own hilarious
Wow.
joke. Yeah.
Wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
So we go here to Cordelia. She's like, I don't know where anybody is. I gotta go get Gunn for help. So she goes
Yes.
to get Gunn. Gunn's gonna go find Angel while she goes to find Wesley. That's the plan. And so we go
Works
shopping.
out real good.
Yeah, they find both those people.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess one of them gets knocked out, but they do locate both the people.
Yeah.
And so Virginia, her dad's birthday is coming up, his 50th birthday. So she's out finding him a present. They're shopping,
Yeah.
and these guys
This
come up.
this week in the Buffyverse was all about birthday milestones.
It's true. It's true. I had
Yeah.
that thought also. Yeah, very true. 20 and 50, those are pretty big, I would say. Actually, 20 is not that big. Like, yeah, 18 is big and 21 is big, but 19 and
Yeah.
20, not really that big.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah. And so anyway, these two guys come up, right? And they grab Cordelia. I like the part where he's holding onto a cross and she's like, wouldn't that hurt you? And he's like, oh, by your
Oh
cross.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But so they come up and Wesley, he just like threatens them and they leave. He like,
Yeah.
there's a part where
He
he like
takes his
pretends he has a
glasses off,
vision,
which I
right?
like. I don't think he pretends to have a vision. I think he's doing a thing where he's like, I'm crazy. You don't want to mess with this.
You know, I thought it was like
I
all
can,
this like mental power.
no,
Oh.
I think he just like twitched, like, ah, I'm
It,
I'm I'm
it would
I'm
scare me off.
bad.
If
Yeah.
I was about to fight somebody and they did that, I would not fight them anymore. I would back away
Interesting.
and leave forever. So just think about that. If I'm ever about to punch you, just do that and then I would not punch you.
Logan, I am not worried about the force of your punch.
Oh, you should be. You should be. Talking to you two listeners. If you ever see me in a dark alley, either run away or do that little thing on your forehead to scare me away.
Just reference Lemonade Mouth. He'll get distracted and talk to you.
Yeah, I will. Actually, I'll start singing to you. Oh, now that's gonna have to be the outro. I was so dead set on one of those early bands, but now you brought up
Oh
Lemonade Mouth, and the
no.
listeners are gonna get to enjoy that.
No.
So Angel, love this part with Angel. They're like training, they're battling each
You
other,
should just
right?
play the at the end of the episode. You should play the between songs banter from that Blink 182 live album.
What is it? What do I?
I
How do I
don't know.
find that?
I'm just joking. You shouldn't actually do that, but yeah, I'm
So
sure
I
you
should
can.
do that. I should make just a super cut of all that and give that to you.
Please
The
do. I would
15
listen
minutes of
to it.
them talking. Like
I'm
just be-
sure it's more than 15 minutes. They had a hidden track on the album that was outtakes of the between songs banter.
that'd be so easy to do. Like yeah, that'd be so easy. I just have to find it wherever it is, which would also be pretty easy.
It's on their classic album, the Mark, Tom, and Travis show.
Okay, all right. So gets revealed here after they battle for a little while. Tish makes a call and he's on the phone. He talks about Yoda. He says he can't keep doing this whole Yoda thing.
Yeah.
Right? And we're like, oh no, this guy. I wanted him to be good too. I got to be honest. I was upset when he was bad. What do you think about? Were you upset when that guy revealed himself to be bad, Tish McGev?
A little bit, only because I feel like his advice is so good that I want it to be canon or something.
Well, it
And it's
still is.
kind no, I guess it is,
It's like the
but
Harry Potter thing. Like just because it's in your dream doesn't mean it's not real. You
I
know?
think the guy turning out to be real immediately um disarms what he said to Angel. Like I think Angel no longer takes it seriously, and I think it's all things that would have actually benefited him to think about.
No. I think it's extremely important because this guy knows nothing about Angel and he's learning. It's like a therapist who knows nothing. Sometimes it's important for somebody who knows nothing about you to hear you talk about those things, right? And give you advice on it. I think it's so you're saying he doesn't take any of this to heart?
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too sensitive, but I like the twist, but it disappoints me that we never got to meet the actual Swami.
That's true. I guess. I guess we didn't mention in this episode. I talked about how this is like a movie. We didn't mention that, did we? At least
What's
this
like a movie?
subplot. The subplot. It's like M. Night Shyamalan's The Visit, right?
Oh, yeah, I
Where
guess
they
so.
replace the crazy grandparents, or the crazy
Yeah.
people replace the grandparents. Um, but all right, so there's that guy. The weird part here, Cordelia keeps liking, like she keeps reading through magazines and seeing Virginia because I guess she's famous or whatever.
That is weird to me. She's sitting there looking through mug shots on the internet, which is apparently a thing you can do. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that, you
Um,
can do that.
and she just like gets bored and opens up a magazine that's sitting next to her, and the first thing she opens to is a picture of exactly who she's looking for.
And it's not just like her, but it's like she's with the bodyguard
Yeah, you
that
can
she saw
see the
earlier.
bodyguard in the picture because
It's
that
the
happens
weirdest thing
all
that
the
ever
time.
happened.
Anytime I see a picture of a celebrity in a magazine, you can always spot their bodyguard right next to them.
Well, that's actually not the craziest thing. I bet if you look at a lot of pictures of Taylor Swift, especially at any event, they're
Absolutely not. No,
no, I guess there are a lot of her
they frame the pictures specifically so that they're not in it.
look up a lot of pictures of Taylor Swift. A lot of her like solo, it's on her on stage. A lot of her, like she's usually surrounded by a lot of bodyguards.
No, she's always surrounded by like three more minor celebrities.
Yeah, like her girlfriends, Selena
Yeah, it's
Gomez and
always
some
like
other folks.
America Ferrera and fucking whoever.
Selena's actually, I don't want to say she's more famous because she's not, but I do believe she leads her in like Instagram followers and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. She's not like she's more on her level. It's not like Taylor hanging out with like fucking Carly Kloss or some bullshit.
Yeah, or I believe like somebody was friends with somebody like really good, like that I like was friends with Cara Delevingne or something. And I was like, oh, I thought that you were into like two different leagues, but I guess
Well,
maybe
isn't Selena friends with Cara Delevingne because they made out on Only Murders in the Building?
I think I knew that. I don't think that's what I was thinking of. I think it was like I thought it was like Emma Stone or somebody, like somebody that I didn't expect to be hanging out with Cara Delevingne. But
I don't know. Cara Delevingne seems pretty cool to be honest. Like I don't know that she's an actor or anything. Like I don't really think of her in my head as an artist, but like
you can hang out with people that are not actors. I just thought she was kind of a weirdo. I don't know.
yeah, but I think I like that about her. She's kind of quirky. I saw her. I went to the Brooklyn premiere of this movie, Her Smell, an Alex Ross
Yeah, you
Perry
loved it.
film with Elizabeth Moss. Yeah, I love that movie. And I watched a panel with the director and some of the cast, and she was actually on the panel. And I thought she had some interesting stuff to say. She seems like kind of a weird person, which appeals to me.
Have you gone to a lot of those?
No, I was dragged by a girlfriend that I didn't even really know Alex Ross Perry at the time. It was the first film of his
I've
I'd
heard him on
seen.
Blank Check. That's the only way I know him.
Oh yeah, because he
He's been
lives
on
in
a few
Brooklyn.
episodes of that.
That makes sense.
I
He
really
lives
like
right
him. He's
there.
actually one of my favorite people that's been on that podcast.
Cool. Yeah, he's got a lot of interesting takes on
I think he
film.
might be
He's
on the Halloween episode. We talked
all
about
right.
Halloween.
Yeah, yeah. He's but anyway, that panel was really interesting. Like it was like Elizabeth Moss and Eric Stoltz was there wearing a huge scarf. And like there was a lot going on that panel. It was
He's probably
cool.
thinking about the time in Anaconda when he got hit in the neck. He didn't want that to happen again. Took out a big scarf. Wow, what a
That is
callback from me.
hysterical.
We gotta
Is
do
20
Anaconda, by the
Yeah,
way. I see
I was
that all
just
the
gonna say
time.
that. Is 2024 the year we cover Anaconda on
Is
the
it two or
podcast?
three? How many is it?
I think it's two in theaters, but I feel like they maybe made a couple after that.
And you know what else? There's a movie that's called like Lake Placid versus
Yes.
Anaconda.
Yes,
Is
I
that a
think
thing that we have
yes,
to do?
and I think if we do Anaconda, we have to do Lake Placid back to back.
Is that a franchise?
Lake Placid? Yeah, because I think there were straight to video ones of that.
I
So
love
like
the first Lake Placid.
I remember
It's
Betty
not on like
White
Deep Blue Sea level,
swears a
but
lot.
I used to like that movie a lot.
It's interesting. It's written by David E. Kelly, which I like.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, I'm looking at this. Looks like there's two theatrical Anaconda movies, two official straight to video ones. One of which stars David Hasselhoff. Um,
okay. He's in
so
Piranha also, so he likes those types of movies.
he likes to hang out by the beach. We
That's
know
true.
that.
And he likes
Yeah.
creature features.
Does he?
He likes Piranha. He's in Piranha, I just said.
Well, oh yeah, I guess.
He
He's
likes
also in
Piranha.
Sharknado, right? He plays
Oh my God, he's in all of them. Yeah.
the great Finn Shepard's dad.
What's the crazy line that they say?
What?
What's the line that they say about his? It's like it's the Finn line that they say.
I don't know.
He- It's like an inspirational line, but they replace a word with Finn.
Oh my God. I kind of do know what you mean,
And
but
I
I don't
can't
remember.
think of it at all. It's like in the sixth movie or something. Or the
Yeah.
fifth one. Ah, it's gonna drive me crazy all day. All right.
Lake Placid. All right, listen to this. So Lake Placid has 5 straight-to-video sequels. Okay, so there's 6 of them, but that's including the Anaconda crossover. So let's call it 5. Anaconda has 4 official movies plus that one. Okay, so it's 4 plus that one. If you add up all the Lake Placid and Anaconda movies, that's 10 movies, 5 weeks. It would be fun.
You only included in your math the verses with one of the franchises, right? You didn't
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
double up, did you?
I did it separately. So
Okay,
there's
good.
5 Anaconda movies. No, 5 Lake Placid movies, 4 Anaconda movies, 1 joint movie, adding up to 10.
Yeah. We should pick a month and do that.
I agree. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's move
Maybe
on.
May.
Why? 'Cause it sort of rhymes with snake. Snake, May.
I don't think that really rhymes. I don't know. It's just one that's like far enough off in the future. It's in the summer. That's like when you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But also, I feel like there might be good franchise movies coming out in the
I
summer
think
we
we
might
could
want to
let's
watch.
do it in August and we could call it Croc Kissed.
I think August is when we did Sharknado. Also, that'll be good. Every August.
This year Crocus.
Caracas. Oh my god.
Sorry,
Where
that
where
really
even were we?
I really tickled myself there.
Yeah,
What is next?
I did that last night. What? Oh, last night.
Gun
Wait,
gun finds angel. What you mean you masturbated? Is that what you're referencing?
that was what I was referencing. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I
where?
knew the
What?
touch of a woman last night, so no big
Oh,
deal.
goddamn.
Yeah.
What part were we at?
I think
Oh,
gun,
Wes shows up. They go up to their bedroom and he beats up those guys. And she's like, "Why didn't you turn into a vampire?" And he's like, "I'm different from all those other vampires."
and then
You
they
know, things
fuck.
guys say, but they're like, "I'm different from other guys." You know that? You ever use that one?
Probably.
Yeah, I probably did in high school. Like, no, I'm not like those
But
others.
yeah, when I was in high school, I probably genuinely felt that way that I was
Yeah,
different, but I'm not.
everybody's different though. I think I've come to learn that.
Everyone's unique in their own way, but also everyone's just part of the whole fucking terrible mass.
Yeah, I think you learn like yeah, I think that's more what I think. Like everybody's so crazy that I'm just like I just think that they could be crazy. That's usually I don't think like people are unique in like a oh that's it's like a sweet way, like a
No, they're
lovable. I think
unique
of
in a mentally challenged way.
yeah, that's like what I think. It's scary. It's so
Mhm.
sad the world we live in. Oh my God. Like you want to have kids, but you don't
I
want them
don't.
to no, I don't mean you, but the mass you. But you don't want them
Yeah,
to grow up in the world that we have. It's really sad.
yeah. You
You
feel
ever
that
think
way?
about that? Yeah, I do feel
No,
that way.
I really don't because I never like, I've never wanted kids for like a single second of my life. But like um
Well, it's not a priority for me at all.
but is it something you think about? Do you think you'd like kids at some point?
Sure. First,
Interesting.
I'd have to like want to meet somebody.
Yeah, I think first find a person that you can genuinely see yourself happy being with for the rest of your life. If you can't find that, don't have kids.
Of course. Well, I think I'm really super aware of that because of my parents. Like
Yeah,
that's my main goal in
me
life
too.
is to
Me
not fuck
too.
that up. So
Mm,
yeah, but I don't even know how so what was that? Where were we at?
I don't know. We're
Oh,
really
Wes
talking. We're
go.
really talking. I was accusing you earlier, Logan, of never
Oh,
discussing
he.
your emotions with me, and now I feel like I've gotten you. So I just want to stay on it.
It's because he said he's not like other vampires. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And so they go in and they kiss for a second, and she's like, "No, I've heard a lot of talking about you, and I know the one thing about you is that when you have sex, you turn into evil. The curse," she says.
Right.
She
And he
mentions the
goes,
curse.
"Oh, right, the
Oh,
curse."
the fucking curse. And he says so much funny stuff. He's like, "Well, they recommend it. It's like more of like a recommendation than anything. It's not
Yeah.
that serious." And I love the part they're kissing, and he's like, "I'm not Angel."
Yeah.
That's hilarious. But another hilarious. This is a good episode. I like this episode.
I agree. I've always thought this was a really Angel doesn't do like the straight up comedy episodes that often, but this is a really strong one.
But it's a good balance because the
Agreed.
angel side is well, um but back to him. I love that they're fishing at night. That is so funny.
Fishing at night.
It's not really a night activity, but it's like when they was suntanning at night,
Oh yeah, I guess so.
but he's fishing at night. That's funny. I mean, you
People
can
don't
fish at
fish at
night.
night. I feel like that'll be fun.
No, you can fish at night for sure. And I have, but
You
it's
have? How
yeah,
often are you fishing?
never now.
But
But
is
like
that a thing you
when
did
I was
as a
like a little
kid?
kid, I definitely fished at night before.
I never really did, Like fishing wasn't a thing. Like I grew up in New York, I
Yeah.
one time my sister, I have like an older sister. So she had like friends, like male friends that were like cool older guys that were like hanging around. So I like really looked up to them. And I remember a couple of my sister's friends took me out fishing once, and it was like really exciting for me. Like
Were they nice to you?
yeah, they were super fucking nice to me
That
all
could go one of
day.
two ways. They could just like neglect you or bully you or
No, no, it was like the first time in my life, like I felt like I was like
you felt like you belonged with the
I
bros.
I really did. Like I belonged with like a cool, interesting group of men.
Did they talk about your interests? Were you able to talk about comic books? And they were like, "Oh
Honestly,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. The reason they like took an interest with me because they were like super into comic books and indie rock music, and like I had already gotten those interests at a very young age. So yeah, I could kind of shoot the shit with them.
that sounds fun." Did you catch a fish?
I don't think I did, but one of them did, and it was like really exciting. And I think they might have thrown it back in, but like
Only
we
one of them caught a fish.
well, we were like we didn't go to like a real fishing spot. It was like just a nearby lake, and like we went
Yeah,
out on it on a boat. It was just to like hang out.
yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Um, you know what's scary? Lakes. Lakes are
Why?
fucking.
Like
You
Lake
know.
Placid?
Well, yeah, that. But you know what's in lakes? Like some of the scariest monsters you've ever seen in your life. I went
Like
to
the
like
Loch Ness monster? Yeah, I think that's a lock.
things like that. Yeah, I went to this store one time. It was like I don't know if it was like a tackle box type of store. Like you can get like shit like that, like a fishing type store. But they had stuff on the wall, like mounted on the wall. And they were like, I think like my grandma was like, "Where'd you get that?" And they were like, "Oh, these were pulled out of the lake."
Hmm.
Like, what? That's a
Weird.
crocodile. That's right.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's crazy. Like, and this was after like we had like gone in the lake.
Well, hey, listen, gang. If you want to hear more of this great lake talk on the franchise, just tune back in to Crocus.
Oh my God. We gotta come up with a better title for that.
We're never
Or
coming
pick
up
a
with
new
a better
month.
title.
Pick a different
No,
month
we're
that
doing
sounds better.
Crocus.
I'll take the day to think about it. Uh, but so there they do it. It's a
Hmm.
great part. I love the part, by the way, where Tish they're talking about Darla, and Tish says, "Why don't you just find a new blonde girlfriend and break her heart?" You know what that is like? But that's like a movie too.
What is
Well, it's not.
what's the movie?
I guess not like a blonde necessarily, but it reminded me in the company of men. That guy he like just breaks hearts to make
Oh
himself
my
feel better.
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite there, but
No,
okay.
I guess not. But that guy was pretty evil.
Well,
That's
yeah.
yeah.
He
That's
I think that guy could be on the AFI best villains list. Aaron Eckhart's character from In the Company of Men.
oh, I meant this guy, but yeah, you're actually right about that. That would be such a cool choice.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
no way they would ever do that, but he does deserve a spot on that list. He's a pretty unique character too. Like probably
Yeah.
not like a one of one, but there's not a lot like him, so
Mm-mm.
that's cool. So we go back to Gunn shows up the next morning, right? And he gets knocked out by Tish. And I love the
Yeah.
part where Angel comes out on the porch and he uses a fishing pole to pull him in because he's out in the sun.
It is cool, dude. It is really good. Like you kind of do think for a second, like, oh, is he fucked? Nope. Okay.
And it's shot like kind of cool. I feel like
Yeah.
the edit's cool. It's shot like a western a little bit. Oh yeah, I was into that moment.
Yeah. It's a
So
good location, actually. The Swami's little cabin out there.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, this is a good episode. Like I might rate this really high actually. But
Hmm.
so we go back to the hotel, right? And Angel shows up. Oh, this is when Wesley tells him about what happened. He's like, everything about Virginia, and Angel says, "You were in Virginia?"
Yeah.
Wesley's like, "Oh, no, don't worry about that." So that was funny. And Angel wants his leather jacket back because Wesley's doing Angel
I
disguise.
love that. Like Wesley just confidently acting as Angel wearing the jacket and Angel's just slowly picking up on stuff like
Are you wearing my
wait,
jacket?
yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. And so they realize basically about the whole sacrifice that Dad's doing. We haven't really talked about that, I guess, too much. But Dad is going to sacrifice his daughter.
Right. The dad is obsessed with this demon Yeska. Like that has been set up early in the episode. He sort of worships this demon. So on his 50th birthday, the plan is to sacrifice his virgin daughter to Yeska. Only it turns out that pussy been used.
It's such a weird turn. I did not expect it that it had to be like a virgin sacrifice. Did we know that?
No, we didn't. It's for the joke, like, because then there'd be like no tension because we already know pretty much that Wesley and Virginia probably fucked.
Right,
Um,
right,
yeah, but I like once they say she's a virgin, like you have this moment where you're like, wait a second, is she a virgin? And then she says like, not only did I fuck Wesley,
right.
I've been fucking for years. I fucked that guy. And then you see like this little hooded
That was
figure
my
like
favorite
eating
part
the
of the
scene.
episode.
That was my favorite part too.
Yeah, she was like, "I fucked Mark," and then there's like a guy like, "Oh," like walking out into the
Uh-oh.
background. And Gunn is like, she when she says she's not a virgin, Gunn's like, "Yeah, I can tell." Like by
Yeah.
looking at her, you could tell she's
Yeah.
not a virgin. Oh man, yeah, it's funny. And Angel keeps getting upset because he calls him eunuch. He says
Oh
he's
yeah.
eunuch, so he can't do anything anyway. He's like, "I'm
Yeah.
not eunuch. I'm no, it's not that. You
Didn't
don't
I
even understand."
didn't I once teach you that word?
Did you? Maybe you
Yeah, I
did.
think I told you what eunuch means at some point.
You might have. It's very
Yeah.
possible. Teach me a lot of new words.
Yeah. And then I
Like,
tell you about the castrati, the little boys who they cut off their balls so that they have
yes,
beautiful
I think you
singing
had to teach
voices
me
their
that
whole lives.
twice. I think you had to
Yeah.
teach me that twice. There are probably a lot of things you had to teach me twice.
Yep. Maybe you should listen more.
Yeah, you're probably right. Um,
Okay.
so that guy's name was Rick, by the way. So
Rick, yeah.
Cordelia again, she's reading a magazine and she reads that Wesley is in the magazine. So her
Yeah.
and Angel get all jealous about it.
Evidently, Wesley was able to repair his thing with Virginia, even after lying to her.
Yeah, it's a great job. What do you mean repair? Like they're gonna see each other in the future?
Well, I mean, he's clearly hanging out with her because he's in the magazine with her.
I thought that might have been like for something, like they had to go somewhere because of this incident, like to a
Oh,
courthouse or something, and so
no,
they were spotted.
no,
Okay. Yeah,
no,
I really did. I did.
no. We'll see Virginia again. She and
Oh, well,
Wesley
I
are
didn't think
dating
that.
now. Yeah.
We had that character a few weeks ago, the psychic character, and after that episode, I left being like, "Oh, this person's gonna be in the show." And after this episode, I had no thought that we were gonna see her again.
What psychic character? Oh, the
The
Bethany
telekinetic.
Chalk. Yeah, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Totally.
So that is wild. So he has a new girlfriend. Way to go, Wesley.
Yeah. Get ready.
Yeah. All right. What do you think about the actor?
I told you I like her a lot. I think she's really good.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't really have too much of an opinion.
I mean, to be honest, this is probably her most prominent episode. So if you don't have an opinion now, you probably never will.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm gonna go 4.
Me too.
Wow, better than Buffy. This
How about
season's
that?
been
How
better than
about that?
Buffy.
Joss Whedon wrote and directed this week's
That's
Buffy.
true.
The fucking master himself, and Angel wins the week.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But
That's never happened
he
before.
probably didn't think that though.
No, probably
This is
not.
just our opinion, which is
Yeah.
right. So ranking time. Oh, MVP. I'm gonna go Wesley.
Yeah, it's Wesley with a bullet.
LVP. I'm going that character Paul Lanier.
Oh,
Just because
yeah.
they set him up and I was into that, and then he disappeared from the episode. I felt like.
Well, he came back in that one scene. He's the one that like calls um he calls Magnus Bryce and tells him that Angel is up with the Swami, and that's how Magnus finds out that Angel is not Wesley.
Okay. Well, I feel like I could visualize Magnus Bryce. Like if you told me, like if you showed me 20 people, I could probably tell you who Magnus Bryce was. If you showed me five, I couldn't tell you who Paul Lanier was.
I can picture Paul Lanier in my head right now, and
No way.
I can even picture Benny, Magnus Bryce's bodyguard. How about that?
No, I could do that too, but not Paul Lanier. So I'm going
All
him
right.
to LVP.
Listen, I'm looking at the situation here, the LVPs. You got those Japanese businessmen singing Cher. That was great. So I'm not going to give it to them.
Of course not.
All right. I think Lanier might be the choice, actually. I'm looking at it.
Can't go
Benny and
gun.
Magnus, I remember better than them. Yeska was kind of a cool looking, gross villain.
Cool name too.
Yeah, Art LaFleur is cool.
Oh,
Virginia's
wasn't it like
good.
it appeared like out of the sky? That was actually cool.
Yeah, yeah, it was cool. It sort of reminded me, looks wise, of that monster that was like, it looked like the one in Blade, and it was
Yeah, I
like,
knew you were gonna say that.
yeah, yeah, it looked
I
like
had the
that.
same thought, yeah.
Mhm. Anyway, good episode.
4-star episode. Ranking time.
Yeah,
By the
go
way,
for it.
your MVP is Wesley too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go with
It,
the same MVP LVP situation as you.
well, it's crazy. The MVP, LVP, it's a real Vampire Diaries. Talking Paul Wesley.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah, pretty
Oh, where's
good,
that guy
dude.
been? Am I right?
I
I
can't.
actually see him all the time. He's on TikTok
Where has he been? Him and
or
his
like
underbite.
Instagram. He does a lot of like Instagram lives.
Oh
He like read people's
wow.
comments.
That is what you want from an acting
I
career.
actually think it's Instagram stories, not Instagram lives. I don't know which one's which.
I'll have you know, I just looked up Paul Wesley, and I'll have you
I don't
know.
want to say he's not acting or anything.
Do you know that there's a animated Star Trek show called Strange New Worlds?
Yes.
I'll have you know that Paul Wesley plays Captain Kirk in that.
Oh wow, The Voice, right? This is an
Yeah,
animated show.
yeah. That's
Wow,
still pretty good, huh?
that is pretty good. Wait, this isn't an animated show. This is a real show.
Strange New Worlds? That's
Yeah,
live action?
yeah. This is live. What's the
So,
animated
so
one?
this guy's playing fucking Captain Kirk live action.
You can kind of see it.
I think
This
Star
guy's really
Trek
pretty.
Lower Decks, right? That's the live action one. That's
You
what I was
forget how
thinking of.
pretty this guy is. Like,
Paul Wesley? I
well,
never
like,
forget how pretty he was. I I first saw Paul Wesley on the show Everwood, dude. And you know Emily Van Camp?
yes.
So he was like in the second season, Emily Van Camp was all depressed about her boyfriend dying.
Yeah, that
And
would depress somebody.
yeah, yeah. And so Paul Wesley, he was this like troubled kid who did drugs, and he like befriended Emily Van Camp, and they started fucking and shit. And it was like, oh no, she's going down a bad path. And so that when anytime I see Paul Wesley, he just represents a bad path for Emily Van Camp.
You know what? That's kind of might help be how people view that Jane Breaking Bad character. Or I
Well,
guess he leads
she's
her down the bad path,
it's the
doesn't he?
reverse. Yeah,
It's the reverse.
she was the good
He
path
was
for
reformed.
Jesse.
He
Yeah.
met her in the class, didn't he? In like Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever. Don't they meet in one of
No,
those?
no, I think you're thinking of that Latina girl
Oh, I got him. Oh,
with the
I did get him mixed
kid.
up. You're right.
Yeah,
How did
yeah.
he meet Jane? Oh, they were just neighbors. He moved into her apartment, didn't he?
Yeah, she was just
Her
this
dad
like
owned the apartment.
fucking cute as hell girl that he started hanging out with.
Yeah, you're right. That's one of the saddest moments in TV,
It
in my
is, man.
opinion.
I just watched an episode of Ozark that ripped off that moment so fucking bad. I wanted to throw something at my TV.
What,
You
like
know,
even
someone
like
has like a heart attack in front of Laura Linney, and she's like, "Call the cops," or like, "Call an ambulance," you know, and Laura Linney's just like staring at her, and I'm like, "Fuck you!
but they did
You've
get her
ripped
help.
you've ripped off Breaking Bad enough. God damn it!"
So she's standing there, somebody else says call the cops.
The one who's having the heart attack says like, "Call an ambulance," and she just like watches her having
Oh,
the
she
heart
does watch
attack.
her die.
No, she doesn't. It's a that's the cliffhanger, and then the next episode starts with that lady in the hospital. So I'm like, why even do the cliffhanger? Fuck you, Gozark.
Honestly, I, I don't like that at all. That's really lame, kind of. But
It
anyway,
is. I agree. It's fucking lame.
I'm gonna rank this in the top five. I'm gonna put it between Dear Boy and Judgment.
Dear boy.
You don't like Dear Boy?
Uh, I just think it's funny how you pronounce it.
You
Um,
do it weird.
dear
I
boy.
You said it like that the first time, so that's the
Dear
only reason I
boy.
say it.
All right. What give me from the beginning. Just
All right, from the beginning. Are you now or have you ever been? 5 by 5, Dear Boy, Sanctuary, To Shanshu in LA, The Prodigal, Blind Date,
okay.
Hero,
You could pop this between Two Shoe in LA and what was the one after that?
The Prodigal.
Yeah, okay. So what number is that?
6. I have it 5,
There
you
you-
have it 6.
Okay.
I 100% thought you would like this more than me coming in. It's not to say we don't like it more than each other when we do that.
I like it a lot. You just like it a lot also. It's all right.
Yeah. But all right, and what the Patreon. Let's read some of these comments, okay?
Yeah.
Josh Merlis says, but on the Buffy side, "Aw, this was so sweet. I'm having a great time here. My only complaint was Spike punching Tara to see if she's a demon. It felt like an overly abrupt resolution to a storyline that seemed like it could go on for much longer." Yeah,
Why do you want that storyline to go on longer? Wrap it up.
what like if we don't know or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I think Josh should change his name to Joss.
Josh Merlis.
Yeah.
I agree with that. You think Joss from the challenge was a big fan of Joss? That's why he changed his name. You think his name was originally Josh?
I read that, Logan.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah, yeah.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You remember him, Joss?
Of course, big British guy.
Big British guy. He almost won that season
Yeah,
total record.
yeah. No,
There's talk that he might have won, that him and Sylvia actually won that season, but they
there's
gave it to
talk.
Ashley and Hunter because they knew that
Fucking
Ashley would steal the money.
that's dumb.
That's a theory people have. It's a theory,
Yeah, everyone
but
loves theories.
it's true. Especially Austin.
They
He'll
couldn't
have a
get
lot
away
of
with
little
that shit.
theories. Am I right?
I
Plus,
don't think they could get away with that.
you don't think so?
No, they
I've
get
I've
sued.
heard that in that final there were stages that are cut out of the show. That might be
Well,
with a lot of
that's always
finals.
the case. Yeah, that's always the case.
But what's weird about that one is that that was specifically like a timed final. So like there are some things cut out. You can't really tell who
Oh, I
won
see what
what.
you're saying. Okay, so yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Interesting.
I kind of believe there might have been shenanigans, but I don't want to I don't want to say Sylvia is a champion of the challenge. So if
Yeah,
you're gonna give
let's.
it to Ashley and Hunter, that's fine. I don't condone cheating in any way. Um, Spike's chip. Was there anything else before that? Plus, it doesn't even make sense with the show's internal logic. What that she What doesn't make sense?
No, he explains it right here. I read this comment,
Oh, I
and
guess does that little
I
dash
don't
mean
know
he's
that
gonna
I.
explain it?
Yeah, I don't know that I agree with him here, but this is
Spike's
what he
chip
says.
goes off when he hurts someone he thinks is human. The chip isn't omniscient. Also, our new junior, is that junior doctor, bro? Is that what he's meaning there? Junior
Yeah,
doctor, bro, is giving off some Leslie energy. Am I in for some laughs from him too? Will he write a prescription with plastic banana fingers?
who's
So
Leslie?
I think it means Lindsay.
Oh,
I think I did that
what?
one time. I think I got
Oh, the
Lindsay and
plastic. That's what
Wesley.
he means. The plastic hand. Okay.
Yeah, he means
Um.
Lindsay.
Yeah, yeah, Lindsay. But
So Spike's thing is only
I think Josh is wrong about this. I think the chip is omniscient. I think the chip can sense whether the person is a demon or not.
that's what I thought too. I actually never once thought of his thing. So that's crazy. But that's not true what he's saying.
I don't. That's his read on it, but it's just
Because his read doesn't make sense with well, I understand why he would be confused now. Because
yeah.
with the way he's
I don't.
seeing it, this doesn't make sense.
But I don't know where he got that from. Like
I don't either.
I
I'm trying to
don't
think
think
back.
that the chip was ever explained in that fashion. I
I don't
think
think it
he
was
just
explained in our fashion
I
either.
think he just can't buy the idea that the chip can be omniscient. But I don't see why the government couldn't program a chip to know what's a demon and what's a human.
Yeah, I never thought his way, but I don't think they explained it our way. That's it. That's honestly interesting. Like he went this whole time thinking that. That's so there we go. But I guess not. And then he says about Angel, wow, that fake spiritual dude was really good at his job. And it wasn't even his job. You know what it's kind of like? It's like in that Harry Potter movie where not Donald Gleason. What's his dad's name? Oh my God. What's Brendan Gleeson? Oh my God. Brendan Gleeson, what's his character? Mad Eye Moody, when he gets replaced by that guy?
I don't think I ever knew Donald Gleason was Brendan Gleason's son.
You had to have known that, right?
I might have known it at some point, but I'd forgotten for sure.
But th- he gets replaced with Barty Crouch Jr. for a whole movie, but then like in the next movie, him and Mad Eye Moody are best friends, and it's like, wait, you guys actually haven't talked to each other ever.
Dude, that has always driven me insane about Harry Potter.
Yeah,
The
that's weird.
because we meet Mad Eye Moody. The Mad Eye Moody we meet in the book where he's most prominent is not Mad Eye Moody. But all of the personality traits that are set up in that book are completely consistent with the character for the rest of the series.
Yeah, and but that's the most I ever like him is actually in that one.
Same,
It sucks.
absolutely. When he's like mentoring Harry and
I
like
love
really seeing something in Harry.
when he teases Draco when he's like a ferret. He like turns him into a ferret. That's really funny, I think. Even if he's
But
like not
and
supposed to do
and
that.
but the thing is, like the Mad Eye Moody that they later introduce would totally do that.
Yeah. It's really weird. I feel like they didn't think about that. They just like forgot. Oh yeah, this isn't the right character. But
Yeah. I feel like um
JK,
J.K.
genius.
Rowling separately came up with a character and a twist, and then never bothered to reconcile the two.
Yeah, 100%. It doesn't make sense. Unless it
Yeah.
does, and we're just wrong. I
It
don't
doesn't. It doesn't. I'm
know.
telling you, we're right about this. I think you and me should go on for the Real Weird Sisters character discussion
I'm sure they've talked about this.
about Mad Eye
They
Moody.
had to have. They've gone into everything.
Have they
The
done the minute on Order of the Phoenix yet?
Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah, the minute by minute thing.
No, they've only done Azkaban, and then now they're
That's
doing
what we
Goblet of
gotta.
Fire.
You and me, we're going on there once they do Order of the Phoenix, and we're talking about this.
Okay. I actually do like him at the beginning of Order of the Phoenix when they're like meet at like the whole all the people, hanging
Isn't
out at the house.
isn't that the one where? Oh no, it's Goblet of Fire that he's the dark defense against the dark arts teacher.
He in Goblet of Fire, he's I don't think so.
Yeah. No. Which one is he the defense against the dark arts teacher? Because Order of the Phoenix, it's Umbridge, right?
I thought that was the fourth one.
It
I thought he
is. It
comes in
is.
as the defense against
Yeah,
the dark
yeah.
arts teacher.
So that's the one he's a fake, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so that's the one we have to go on for.
That's the one they're doing right now.
Oh shit, man. Maybe you should reach
But they
out.
haven't put out an. I actually want to complain to Tim. This is the longest episode of Buffy's Angels we've ever had, I think. But they haven't uploaded a new episode of that in like 6 weeks. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe they're falling apart like we are.
Maybe, but we put out episodes every fucking day at least.
Yeah. Hey. We're still getting them
Well,
out,
actually, we
guys.
don't because I haven't put out the wrestling episode, and that was like 2 days ago. But we at least record them every day, and we'll get them out every week.
That's right.
But Jack Bulberry says, I'm still catching up on the show/podcast as I'm also watching for the first time, but just wanted to say, holy crap, Hush was good. Thank you guys for
Ha!
getting me into this show. I'm loving it.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
once you get up to this episode, Jack, fucking shout out to you. Love that you're watching it for the first time. And goddamn, isn't Hush just one of the best pieces of fucking art ever created? Yes, it is.
He had to have left a comment saying, holy crap, which was good. Right?
That
That was my favorite episode of TV.
Yeah.
And Josh Merlis says, fresh meat. I don't know what that's about. Guys, I didn't
He's
even clock.
referencing a great season of the challenge, I think.
That's what I would think too. I didn't even clock Drusilla in that last Angel episode. Thanks for pointing that out. Wow, so you just thought she's a random little
Yeah,
vision girl.
weird.
Yeah, that's crazy. They don't really say her name, I guess, because they don't know who she is. They don't really. They've just like seen her walking around, I guess. I don't know.
True. I
But they
don't
know
think they
she
ever
does
do say her
visions.
name.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't think that they do. But they do. They are like she can see the future.
I don't know. Maybe he's just used to like crazy goth Drusilla. You know, we haven't seen her in a couple seasons.
No, I can see how
I
you
can
can.
sort of see missing it. Yeah.
No, I for sure. And they definitely don't say. I remember that. Like that's not established. Um, because I felt like, oh, I know because I do Buffy's Angels, but like a normie who just watches may not even know. I remember thinking that.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah.
Anybody else with a J you want to comment next week? Feel free. Justin,
Joss.
Joss,
Oh, we do have a
Jerry,
Justin. Yeah, Justin, check in.
Jonathan. Anybody else? What about women? What about Jane,
Joanna.
Joan, Jerry? Like the other way.
Joan. Joan is an important Buffy name eventually.
Wasn't it already? Wasn't that Joyce's friend? Or no?
That was Pat, my friend.
Oh, Pat. Joan. I feel like
R.I.P. Pat.
yeah, seriously. How'd she die?
Rest in Pat. Um, she died during that whole evil zombie mask thing.
But how did she die specifically? Did we see like her death?
Yeah, I believe she was wearing the zombie mask, and then she got like a shovel in the face or
Oh
something.
shit, that's a
Yeah,
brutal way to die.
yeah,
I
she
feel like
really
we don't
died.
really get deaths like that anymore.
No, I mean we
Brutal
will.
deaths, do we?
Yeah,
What's the most brutal one? It's got to be that one with
I gotta say the fucking
her parent
fishing
meeting.
pole in the mouth is pretty rough.
He doesn't kill him though.
I
But
guess.
but yeah, you're right. What gingerbread? That's got to be number one. Easy.
Oh, the with the steak. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Is that the coolest image in Buffy? Probably.
Uh, there's a few good ones.
Buffy naked behind the barrel.
Yep,
That'd be your
that's
pick.
the one.
All right. Thanks, guys, for Buffy's Angels for listening.
Yeah,
Oh, what's next
yeah.
week? Oh, Darla,
Next
right? Darla, and what else?
yeah, next week's kind of a crossover, okay? But it's a weird crossover. They promoted it as a crossover, but only the flash it's two flashback heavy episodes of Buffy and Angel, and the flashbacks are what interact. You
Yeah,
get to
you
see
told me this.
certain scenes in the flashbacks from different perspectives. Which is very interesting. So the Buffy episode is called Fool for Love.
Well, I'm trying to think somebody over on Buffy had a prior relationship with Darla. Would that be possible? Because it's a
Well,
Darla.
someone who's a Buffy character certainly spent a lot of time with Darla and Angel in his past.
Who is that? Oh, Spike. Oh
I
my God. Oh my God. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
so dumb. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking Anya was like a demon. Would she do it? She had a lot of years in the past.
No.
Spike. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, no. Fool for Love is a big Spike episode, and
They had like
then
a
I
love triangle, right?
um no, but they were part of this. Well, kind of with Drusilla, like
Oh,
Angel,
Drusilla. Yeah.
Drusilla, and Spike.
Is Drusilla
Um,
next week? Don't tell me.
Yes, you will see
Oh,
Drusilla in both parts of the crossover. And so Fool for Love is the Buffy one, and Angel's episode is just called Darla.
I love it. I can't wait. You mean Drusilla's in both episodes next week?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, okay. So get pumped for that.
I
Two
feel like
great
Buffy's
ones.
the only person that. Oh no, didn't Willow do that once?
What?
I was trying to think of people who have done the crossover in the same week before. Buffy has, Willow has. That might
Oz
be it.
did.
I was thinking that, but is Oz on that Buffy episode that week?
Yeah, absolutely is.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Oz, my good buddy. That was such a weird interaction.
You're still thinking about that, huh?
Yeah, it's just so funny.
It was like
Oz,
it's
I love
so
you.
it's episode 3 of Angel. I think they were just like trying to connect it to Buffy as best they could.